Say dynamites come in small packages, and our next guest embodies that statement in totality. So, guys, grab your cold Pepsi right now because this is an interview you don't want to miss. So, she was one of the smallest female housemates in the BBNaija house, but she was definitely not one to mess with. Allow me to introduce to you the 10th evicted housemate. Peace. Peace. Should I go?
Go on. Go on.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
How
I'm
you?
actually perfect right now.
You what?
I'm perfect.
You perfect.
Yes.
All right. So, I'll tell us about your experience since you left the BBNaija house.
Before I left, or
Just
After.
After I left. Yeah.
well, obviously, as expected, it's stressful. We have a lot of media around, so we have to wake up early. We have to make sure we utilize the opportunity. There's just so much to do. You have to grab the moment, as they say. So in that process, there's just a lot of processes inside that process, and it's just draining. But in general, it was just a surreal experience. I love it. I'm enjoying it. I don't mind the stress, and I would take it again and again.
So, yeah, so you're still getting yourself into the
Absolutely,
flow and
yes.
everything that is happening at the moment. Awesome. So you were the first head of house for the season.
You know how it is.
Actually, I was really proud that you won,
Oh.
like a female won, and you represented us well.
Yes, so
You know, so you're the first HOH for this season. So how important was that? How important was that for you overall in the whole gameplay?
honestly, I think it was really amazing that I won. Well, it's crazy, but I had this discussion with Nini, like I say all the time, and I said, I feel like I'm going to win. Like, I want to win the head of house and I'm going to win it. But my only challenge was the veto power. That was what the discussion just before we went in was about. I was like, I want to win and I think I'm going to win it, but what will I do with the veto power? Because I feel like that's just going to create enmity for me. I don't like the veto power. I don't know what I would do with it. And then we had that discussion and I went in and I won. But luckily for me, there was no veto power. There was no eviction that week, so good for me. And it was just really empowering because I just felt it was an opportunity for me to show my leadership skills and just show everyone that I can actually handle everyone. You know, when it comes to getting the job done, I would get it done. And I think I proved myself. So it was, and again, what's better than being the highlight in the first week? Because every time they had to show my face because I'm the head of house. So it was an amazing experience for me, and it came at the right time, I believe. Yes.
So how was this important for your feminist ideologies?
You already know what it is. Like, females can win as well. As a matter of fact, we can win just as much as men. I think I was part of the people along my friend Aaron preaching this, that you know, we females, we get on to whatever. And I was so convinced, like, I really was not threatened by anyone in that place. Physical strength, whatever the case may be, mentally, when it comes to being informed, I wasn't threatened in any way. And I felt like I could deliver even more than most of the men there. And that's on facts, you know. So yeah, it was good for us as women. Because guess what? We went ahead to actually win more. Yes. We just had only 2 male head of house. And the next was me, Maria, and
Liquorose, and then now a male housemate, Emmanuel.
Okay, yeah.
Emmanuel.
But you see what I'm talking exactly. But we were we keep leading and they keep coming after us. Sorry, guys.
All right, so let's just review some of your moments in the house. Because I remember the first week when you became the head of house, you actually portrayed some leadership roles, you know, by handling about 22 housemates at that time.
Oh my God.
And then there was a particular moment where you had, where you actually cared for one of your female housemates, which was Beatrice. The night she broke down upstairs at the game time lounge, and you had to reach out to her, you had to care for her. You know, that was just a beautiful scene to like watch. You know, the first week, the first HOH, so can you just, you know, take us through, you know, those moments in terms of your leadership skills and roles that you had to play in Big's house?
I mean, the moment you're a leader, or you know, you're a leader, let me put it that way. The moment you're a leader, you're responsible for, you know, others, you have to take it fully. You have to take everything that comes with it. But even obviously, I had to be there for her, being the HOH. Well, aside from that, like, I'm human. It's just being human you know, comforting someone else. Like, I wouldn't say I felt what she was going through, but you could definitely see the pain in her eyes, and, you know, the rest doesn't matter. Like, this baby's going through something, and she needs someone to be there. Like, it's not even that deep. And I kept on saying to her, like, this is not even that deep. I'm just human. That's why I'm simple. Like, I'm speaking to you and I'm trying to make you comfortable and feel okay. So it's just the humanity part of me that was actually reaching out to her. And, you know, that was literally what that was. And I really wanted her to be okay. It was just, I really actually wanted her to be okay. It was just part of being human.
I actually like that. I love it. So your initial crew in the house was Ari, Nini, and yourself. And remember that 1 week eviction, you guys, both of them were up. You actually put up for possible eviction and you broke down to tears.
Yeah.
You're actually an emotional person.
I am.
You know, one person is up, you cry. One person is out, you cry. Like, peace, where you did?
No, like, obviously, I don't know. I think when I am friends with you, or I consider myself your friend, and in the beginning, like, I just thought we're going to go farther. Like, I just wanted my people around. That was just what it was. And I really am an emotional person. But moving forward, I told myself, no more crying. Yes, now.
You cried when Maria left the house.
Because she was my friend. She was, didn't you see that bond at the last week? Like, I felt like I really, I don't know, well, at least at the last week, Maria and I felt had a good bonding moment and stuff. And I really actually cared for the babe, you know, and I do care for the babe because, you know, she showed me love and I showed her love. So it was a shock to me. Like, I wouldn't lie, it was a shock to me. So it was, I don't know, it was just, but if you can remember, it just, I wiped my tears immediately after that. I was just like, you know what? Because I had to change how I was seeing the entire thing. I said, you know what? These people are actually out and they're ahead of the game. They know what's up. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Like, at this point, this journey has ended. They've done what they need to do. And they're ahead of us, actually. When they're outside in the world, they're literally ahead of us. So I changed my reasoning, and that actually made all the difference for me. Even when I left, that made the difference for me. I was like, whether I stay, whether I go, either way, I'm winning. Because if I leave, I'm ahead of them. If I'm in the house, I have the chance to still, you know, I'm in the race for the prize.
For the prize.
Exactly. So it was a win-win for me.
All right, so the Friday jacuzzi night parties is one thing that viewers always look out for. And you say, all right, so, you know, there are times where you see you grinding on some of the guys to the point that some of them get hard on. So what was going through your mind when you're doing this?
Nothing, like, probably alcohol.
Just having fun.
Probably alcohol is going through my mind. Like, I was having a good time. I can't even, this is literally how I dance. It's not even, so if you see me dancing, I'm dancing like this. There's no that way or this way. If I'm not dancing like this, I will stand. Or I'm dancing alone in the mirror. But that's how I dance. Even from the house, like, that's how I dance. So it wasn't even, there was nothing to it. I don't force anybody to dance with me. See, I can only control myself. You control your own self. You don't control yourself. You go. Exactly. That's just what it is, you know.
All right. So when Jackie B and Michael had their first fight, we saw him confide in you in the house. That was really sweet to watch. You know, and we also enjoyed the seemingly bonding and seemingly friendship between the both of you. So were you attracted to Michael at any point? And could there be something between the both of you if Jackie wasn't in the picture?
Well, the first question, which was I attracted to Michael? I was attracted to a lot of people in the house. And that was Michael inclusive. I was attracted to Cross. And it's crazy because everyone keeps asking me about Michael, but they're not asking me about Cross.
I was going to ask you about that.
Or Sammie. Or
I was going to ask you about, you actually just said, I was going to ask you about Cross.
No, I promise you, everyone asked about Michael, but just Michael. And it's crazy to me. But I was like, again, the attractive young men in the house, I found a lot of them good to look at. Even Emmanuel was good to look at. Michael, Cross, even Sammie, like there were a lot of them. I thought like they were actually good looking men, Boma. But I definitely was not taking it anywhere, for sure. And I think everyone saw that. I was not taking it anywhere. If we connect, we connect. I thought the case with Michael and even Cross, we connected. Even Sammie, we connected. Like I could actually have a conversation with these people, and that meant a lot to me. So we could build a friendship from there. But I definitely did not have any intentions with, you know, taking it anywhere. For sure. Yeah. Okay,
awesome. So you and Saskay really got pretty close in the house in the last 2 weeks, and we saw a moment where you told her to just catch cruise and enjoy herself with both J-Paul and Cross. house. So what did you see from that triangle to make you give her that kind of advice?
Well, did I say that? Catch cruise. Well, I definitely encouraged her to enjoy herself for sure. That I did say. But I mean, contrary to what people think, that baby's under a lot of pressure. They think she's just dead. Like, come on.
Pressure
now.
from who?
The both of them. Like, she actually likes the guy.
She likes
like,
J-Paul.
She likes J-Paul and she likes Cross. I mean, I can't speak for Saskay, but what I do know is she actually likes the both of them. And they know what this thing is. She's not hiding anything. Like, Cross sees her with J-Paul and J-Paul sees her with Cross. They're adults. They understand what's going on. And I'm sure she is like, so if you don't want to do it, then go. If you want to do it, then stay. And they're choosing to stay. So she should enjoy it. That's just all I meant. Like, she should enjoy the attention. She should enjoy the food, the everything. I would.
Enjoy it.
She should enjoy it. I would actually.
Awesome. All right. Do you know what makes sense watching us on your screens while sipping an ice cold Pepsi? Do you have a Pepsi with you? So what are you waiting for? Just grab yourself an ice cold Pepsi right now as we return to our interview with Peace. So let's have a drink.
Yes,
Which one are you taking? This one? Or
I'll take this.
This one. Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Did you enjoy the drink in the house?
I did.
Awesome.
Cheers. We have to cheers to. Let's go.
Cheers to them. So, Peace.
Yes.
Do you remember the time where you lashed out on Sammie when he actually referred to you as the second option?
I did. I did. And actually, I knew people were going to misunderstand that entire thing. The reason I lashed out wasn't even that. The reason I lashed out, and Sammie kept on confusing it. Like, I had to explain it that day, another day, and another, because he just didn't get my point. So let me just say it now. Basically, my thing is, again, I was very flirtatious in the house, and I agree, And I was like that with Sammie as well, regardless of whatever ship. I was just like that with every single one. I didn't want to isolate anybody. I was like that with everybody, with Saga, with Sammie, with Cross, with everyone.
With Saga?
Yeah.
And your best friend is Nini?
Absolutely. Not flirtatious, like, but like, I would dance with him.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I?
Okay.
Yeah, I would dance. Saga would even let me be flirtatious. That would not happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I would dance with Saga for sure. It's a dance, you know. If you don't actually like it, you tell me. I would respect you completely. Do you get what I mean? And so most of them actually came to me. That's the gag. So it wasn't like I was out there going to meet. In fact, 98% of the time they came to me. For real. And they would dance with me. So it wasn't a big deal to me. If you didn't want it, I perfectly understand. I would free. But the reason why I lashed out at Sammie was, so there was a time, well, obviously he was expressing himself to me right from the beginning of the show up until he left. He was very expressive about how he felt about me. And that's all good and that's fine. I liked him. Sammie's a good guy. And then there will be times, I just noticed a couple of times when he will see Angel coming and he will just chill, join me. And then I think he did it like twice or once or something like that. And I just freed it. And then he now did it one other time. I can remember we're like at the corridor leading to the dressing room. And then he peeped. He was talking to me about something. He peeped and saw Angel coming. And he peeped to see if Angel was coming. And that irritated me so much because whatever I do in the open. I don't do it behind anyone. If you're because it's not even that deep for me. If you're uncomfortable with doing it, with me in the open, don't do it with me at all. And it's fine. I don't even hold it against you. Like, it's actually completely fine. But the fact that you feel like you would peep and then come back and yarn me, like, what do you think this is? Like, I'm hiding behind closed doors. And that was actually why I lashed out. I said to him, like, whatever you're doing, do it with your chest. If you don't want to do it with your chest, free. And it's fine. It's not even a big deal. I'm completely fine with that. Like, I won't treat you any other way. I will still treat you like Sammie. But I just wouldn't do anything in the closed door. So tomorrow now they say I'm having something secret with Sammie. And that's not my vibe. So that was why I lashed out. And he didn't get it. He actually didn't get it.
Did you actually have like a discussion with him even after the
Yes, I had this discussion multiple times, but I don't think Sammie's still good. I won't part whatever. Okay. Because he kept on saying that I don't make you the second option. I'm like, you're missing the point. This is not even what I'm talking about. Or he'll say, you told me to chest it. I've chested it. I'm like, it's not even about chesting anything. You can do what you want, but don't think you can try and chat with me in private, and then come out
In public.
and public and what in public he still chat to me, but I don't like that hiding. Like, what do you think this is? So that was my problem. That was all. It wasn't even about second option or that was actually all.
Awesome. So let's talk about your stay in the house.
Okay.
Briefly, we'll talk about your wins and then the times where you also lost, when it comes to task and all.
Yeah.
So, but in the whole thing, when you left the house, like how much did you make?
I was one of the richest people for sure.
Yeah, girl.
That's now. I think it was Michael, Liquorose.
So Michael, Liquor, and then Angel, Yusuf, Angel.
I was before Angel.
Yeah, before Angel.
I was before Yusuf.
Oh, okay.
I think I won 3 point something.
3 point what?
I don't know, 3 point something.
Can I send my account number?
Yeah, and I won Technophone. I won a trip to Dubai. I won stuff. I won a lot actually.
You won a lot, but have you calculated to know how much?
I haven't actually, but like someone posted, I saw on Instagram, someone posted the richest, I'll be top 5 or top 6. And I was in there, so you know what it is.
You know what it is. The money.
Send your account.
I will. See, for what you just said, I will. I will send you my account number. No worries. So, for the BBNaija season 6, who did you see as your biggest competition?
It was actually Liquorose. I actually saw her as my biggest competition in head of house tasks, in everything else.
Everything in the house, the activities.
Activities, because that girl's an energy god. Like, I just saw her as the biggest competition. You know what's funny? She actually saw me as her biggest competition as well.
Did you guys
every single time? No, every time there's a task, you say, tell Peace to go first. See Peace. And even down to one time we're playing a beg task, she was like, you go first. Like, you guys always say, because Peace should go first. And I went first and I won it. Same thing with the a beg task as well that had to do with the monkey climbing thing. She would say, Peace, Peace. I was second to Boma. I went first, I went second, and I won it. Like, she always, she even says it, like, her biggest competitions are in the house, Peace and Saskay. So yeah, she was actually my biggest competition.
Awesome.
And also, in addition to that, you know, like, she already had like a ground outside, so I knew she gallant inside the house for sure. Like,
did you know her before the house?
Yeah.
Oh, you knew her.
I knew her. I knew she was in a dance group and all that, so I knew her for sure.
Oh, awesome. So on day 35, yourself, Nini, and Maria gave us content from the executive lounge where you guys talked about Michael, Jackie B, and Angel's triangle. Yeah. So can you tell us more about it?
Well, in my opinion, I can't speak on anyone else. Sure. But in my opinion, it looked like, first of all, I actually with Angel. Like, I like the babe. Do you know what I mean? From the beginning, even in Saturday night parties, always me and Angel rocking the, you know. Actually, like, she makes me laugh. However, like, I could see that she was interested in Michael, and that's fine and okay. Do your piece. But in my opinion, if you're interested in someone and they're not interested in you, then you keep being interested. Then that's a bit, you know. And that's just how I felt. And that was, and you know, Jackie, I was closer to Jackie B than I was closer to Angel. Do you know what I mean? And you know what's funny thing is, Angel and Jackie B, they used to call themselves best friends initially. So I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way. And that's just me. Like, every other person has their own, they're entitled to their own opinion, and that's fine. But this is just my opinion. I just felt like it rubbed me the wrong way. And it wasn't like she was, because Angel, she's Angel. She's how she is, and that's perfectly fine. Do you understand? But I know it wasn't just me. Every other person saw that she took a liking to Michael, and it's fine. Do you get? But I started noticing that she wasn't actually friends with Jackie anymore. Like, there was almost like a competition.
That they fell out at the point.
They fell out. And I think it even started becoming a bit, there was toxicity was becoming toxic, the energy between both of them. And I just felt like, over a guy, and especially if the guy has already showed interest in one person, then I don't know. That was just my take. Do you get my point? Like, it's okay to be attracted to a guy. That's fine. It's completely fine. But I think you can be a little bit more disciplined. At least they don't dance with him or isolate him. That's crazy. I can't ask you, but I don't know. Maybe every other person should work with just certain things. And given the fact that the same energy wasn't reciprocated, it just sat wrong with me. But that's just my personal opinion
about it.
Yeah.
All right. So your relationship with Saga and Nini was very beautiful to watch on screen.
Yeah.
So can you just tell us more about your relationship with Nini as a person, Saga, and then Nini and Saga as a couple?
Okay, so basically, Nini, she was my first friend once I entered the house. We even shared a locker from the first day. So she was just a nice babe. Like, she sounds so animated. I know, like, she just... Voice. Yeah, she was really nice to me. Nini fed me from the start to the end of that shoot. Nini and WHITEMONEY. Nini would always cook for me, like Saga and I. And yeah, she was just really nice to me. She was just a sweet babe. I would just happen to click. And then her thing with Saga, I noticed from the jump as well. And I'd mentioned it to Saga, like the very first day. I was like, why are you looking at her like that? And I was like, The fact that I could notice it. But he genuinely actually liked me. He's not even fronting.
Hiding it, or is not?
He doesn't have any, because he said in real life, he's not like that. Like in real life, he likes someone, he will show it as well. And he liked the baby. He said he's not a player in real life. So why will he come here and he has tried the player thing and it didn't work for him. So why come here and front? So I can't really speak much on their relationship because they know what they have. But what I do know is he said he likes her a lot. And he's showing, at least everyone can say he's showing that he likes her a lot. Yes. Nini actually likes Saga, but I don't know in what terms. And I don't know. I think that's for them to actually, because I'm not in a relationship. I'm just a friend.
You're just there as a friend.
Yeah, I'm a friend to both
bestie,
of them. Exactly.
A sister.
Yes.
You
know what it is.
All right. So if you had the chance to go back into the house, what would you do differently?
Well, I love myself in the house, but I just felt like I slept a little bit too much.
I slept in the house. Oh yes. I think Biggie was charging for people who sleep, in the afternoon. Like if you sleep in the afternoon, if you take a nap in the afternoon, you have to pay for it.
No, not when I was there.
When you were there?
No, when I was
there. I think it happened.
Except it just started now.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah, except they never charged me, and I slept a lot. And I wish I didn't, because come on, I'm on one of the biggest platforms in Africa. And I'm sleeping through it. Like, who does that? But I don't know, maybe
sleeping in what time? Sleeping, or you were sleeping?
Sleeping. Like, literally, after the gym, I'll go to the garden. I'll sleep the whole time. I'll come back, take a shower, eat, sleep. Except there's a task, I'm sleeping.
Exactly.
If there's no task, I'm sleeping. And that happened for so long. And I just felt like, come on, I could have done more. The sleep could have waited, At one point, I got so used to it that if I don't actually sleep, I would have a headache. I will feel exactly. So my body was actually getting used to that nonsense. And I felt like, it was an opportunity. I shouldn't have done that. So if I go back, that's the only thing I would do less. Exactly.
All right. So tell us your plans outside the house.
Well, as you already know, Peace is a multi-talented babe. Like, I have a fashion brand, a fashion line, Burak, BWRAQ official on Instagram, and I have the one for kids. It's more than a fashion brand. It's accessories, it's homeware. So the name Burak is the brand. Yes, it's a brand on its own, and it's everything inclusive. I don't want to limit it to just fashion, because I know I'm a lot more. And then obviously, like, I don't know if you watched me sing in the house.
I did.
I've always just sing. Oh, my voice, see my voice. It won't even work. They tried it. But like, it was, I've always loved singing. I used to sing, but I never felt like I would sing. Like, I just, maybe it's just me bringing myself down in my head growing up that it wasn't good enough. But going into the house, they really hyped me up. I can't even lie. And the fact that I was freestyling, I even surprised myself. I mean, I knew I was good with some of these things. Like, I always tell myself, if I say I'm going to do it, even if I don't know it, I will give it 110%. I will learn. I will do whatever I need to do to learn. And I will do it well. Exactly. Yes. So I just went in and I did my thing with singing, and I definitely want to pursue it. Like, a lot of people have encouraged me, and I believe I would excel in that part. It might take time. It will take a lot of effort, but I'm willing to, put all that in. Same thing with acting, and as you already know, as a TV presenter before, we're still on it for sure. So I still want to go into TV presenting, hosting events, all of that in general, and partnerships with brand and all of that juiciness. I'm welcoming a lot.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
Awesome. So for this season, who do you think would win the show?
Well, based on stats.
Based on what?
Stats.
Okay.
Statistics outside in the street. Like I've seen things online.
You're saying things, okay.
Yeah, now we're seeing. No, we always see things. You know how the game always goes? Like you almost know the winner from the start. I don't know if that was the case here.
Okay.
But like the previous years, that has been the case. Like you would know at least the top 2 from the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? At least towards at the beginning of the show, you would know the top people. And you know, obviously I was in the show, but coming out, I saw the stats and I saw what the streets were saying. And apparently White Money is on that, you know, is in that chat. And Liquorose is in that chat. So yeah.
You know, I was just looking at you like, because when you said street and because you were in the house for about 6 weeks. So,
yeah.
And then to understand what you were trying to say, maybe it was the stats in the house.
No.
Or stats outside.
You know what's funny? People in the house actually think White Money has a very good chance.
In the house.
In the house. It's crazy. In the house. People actually completely believe. A lot of people feel like he has a strategy and he has a good chance of winning.
Okay, so now we're talking about strategy. Let's talk about week 3 when Pere became the head of house. And then he dethroned White Money from the kitchen. You know, there were a lot of side talks from the housemates and all. Of course, it was Pere that was reigning at that time and all. So would you say that Pere taking White Money off the kitchen was seen as White Money's strategy to stay in the game?
Like, could you, I don't understand, like him,
so
did he?
I'll explain. So you just said something about the strategy in the house. As people in the house see White Money as a winner. Or as,
like, I think a lot of people, exactly.
Yeah, so I was not referring back to week 3 when Pere became the head of house.
Yeah.
And I think the day after he became the head of house, he removed
White Money,
exactly from the kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, so because he saw it from his own end, that was his own strategy to stay in the game. So I'm just asking you, like, do you think that was what made Pere, you know, take that move?
Absolutely. He even said it. It's not even, Pere said this is his strategy. Like, Pere literally didn't hide it. He didn't hide it. And I think that was, in my opinion, that was unfair. Because there was no time that Big Brother ever said strategy was not allowed in the house. So for you to call out someone like that, it just doesn't make any sense. If you sense it, if you want to discuss it, fine. But to make it look that way, like, it's almost like you're publicly, like, you're scattering someone's game in front of everybody. Who said you don't have a strategy? You're allowed to have a strategy if you wanted to. But if you don't want to have a strategy, that's me, I didn't have a strategy. But if that's your strategy, by all means, do it. Because nobody said you couldn't have a strategy. Do you get my point? And the fact that he went that route was just like, really, you could do better. If it's a strategy, then leave it for him. If you want to remove the guy out of the kitchen because you're head of house, by all means do it, because apparently you have the power. You said you don't want monopoly in the kitchen. That's fine. You have the power to do it, and do it. But you calling him out like that, that's not fair. Do you know what I mean? That's just what I thought. So maybe it was his strategy. I believe it's his strategy, you know, but it's working for him. It's working for me because I'm eating. You know, by all means, for real, like, his strategy is not affecting anybody else. As a matter of fact, it's helping people. There are people that their strategy is literally negative, is affecting others negatively, and they don't care. But his own is actually helping. So what are you talking about? When he took White Money off, we suffered it then.
You guys suffered it?
We did now.
For how long?
So White Money just automatically came back. Like, people were even begging him to come back. Because this guy, whether he says he does it selflessly, and that's how I feel, whether he does it selflessly or not, he's cooking for the house. You think it's easy? Do it. Enter the kitchen and cook. Do you understand? Day and night, and see how far. It's not easy.
Morning,
he's paying the price.
Night.
He's paying the price. If you feel he's not good enough, you enter the kitchen. It's not by force to cook for the house. There's nowhere where Biggie said it's by, if you come in, you have to cook for people in the house. So it's actually not by force. But you see someone that is doing a strategy or not, you're eating the food, and you're eating it. Remember when we first came, we suffered that. The food they were given, the quantity was small as hell. And the guys were complaining because they like to actually go into the gym and work out. And they need to bulk up. And this man is feeding you in good quantities. Do you know how difficult it is to cook for people and that quantity? And you're out here calling him out like you don't have your own strategy. That was my thing. Like, you're allowed to have strategy, but now you're literally almost putting a bad taste in everyone's mouth,
which affected the whole house.
Exactly,
because the house also suffered.
Exactly. But guess what? Instead of putting a bad taste, everyone was like, "It's not funny. Why would you do that?" Blah 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 blah. But that, I feel that would, like, why wouldn't you reason it through? That would actually put a bad taste in people's mouths. Like, say, this is your strategy. Do you know what I mean? So that was my thing.
No problem. Thank you so much. Peace. All right, guys. So make sure to check out more BBNaija Season 6 Shine Your High content by liking and following all our social media platforms listed below. But more importantly, keep checking in here for all the latest BBNaija Season 6 Shine Your Eye scoop with yours truly, Sergeant Olori.
Yes, sir.
So the interview with our 10th evicted housemate, Peace, was brought to you courtesy Pepsi. And as we get ready to say goodbye to this beautiful damsel.
Yes, yes.
Can you please tell your fans, something, like give them a part of words?
Well, to the A's gang, because that's what they call my fans. You're the realest, you're the best. Ace? Thanks for supporting me. And please, y'all, follow me on my social media, PEACEOGOR. That's Peace Ogo. And again, to the Ace gang, thank you guys for supporting me. You guys are the best, and I love you. No, I gotta say one more thing. If you're not rocking with peace, peace out. You know the drill.
Yo, man. And there you have it, guys. From Peace and from us, Pepsi and Sergeant Olori. It's goodbye, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye.